Good afternoon, everybody. Coming at you with my entries 6 and 7 for April 30th and May 1st, and then I have to do another one later because I have been really sticking with this commitment that I made to myself and to any of you who are finding these helpful or useful, which brings me to my topic for this discussion. The commitments that we can make for ourselves in times of change, and oftentimes grief is a huge change in our lives. And also the way that changes can make us grieve. And it's finally May. We're moving into spring. Things are becoming reborn. If you're down in Florida, I know there's not much of a change. But one of the great things that I've noticed up here is that I actually get to see the trees and the flowers come, and the air smells a little different, and it's starting to get warmer out. And so that's a natural change that happens. And the seasons often make us feel very cyclical as people and humans. And when you're dealing with a change, or you're trying to deal with grief and the way it's changing your life, it can be really helpful and really very important to make commitments to yourself. And sometimes a way to help that is to hold yourself accountable, like this should be doing for me. The way that this is helping me through change is it's been a really hard adjustment sometimes, moving from Florida up here to Maryland. And I'm really not good in the mornings. I'm still on the job hunt, so I don't really have something that gets me up at 7 a.m. or a normal, planned out day or a schedule that I have to follow. I really have free form living right now. And I've always been a night owl. I've always worked in the bars business. Even since middle school, I love that quiet time at night when it feels like the world's asleep. But it's not necessarily healthy for me to be staying in bed until 10 o'clock in the morning or staying up until 3 a.m. So a commitment that I'm going to start right now, that I'm going to make a change that's going to be for the better for me and help me deal with any of the grief that's coming up regarding my drastic life move or missing my friends, or as we start to reflect on past relationships and the loss of my mother and my grandmother. I'm going to commit to waking up at, we'll say 9 o'clock. We'll start a little, I know a lot of you get up earlier, but we're going to start with 9 a.m. every day. I'm going to get up and I'm going to eat a good breakfast. And I hope that helps give some structure to my day. And one of the things that I think will help is I'm going to try to make these posts in the morning, reflecting on the day before, the night, or something that might have come up. And there's my accountability, that I'm having accountability to make a positive change in my life that's going to benefit me. So why does this help? And again, Jill, I'm not grieving. I haven't gone through a loss, but change is something that is really hard for a lot of us. And there's a lot of different ways, again, that you can cope with that. Take a different route to work. Commit that you're going to read a book at night instead of watching that TV show. Commit to yourself that you're not going to binge watch the show without your partner like you usually do. It doesn't have to be a major change. It doesn't have to be a big step. In fact, too often we feel like we need to when we pile on all these things. And I'm going to eat better, and I'm going to exercise, and I'm going to sleep better, and I'm going to give thanks every day, and I'm going to start reading that novel and learn Spanish. And whoa, that's a lot. And that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. And when we do that, when we find ourselves not reaching those goals, more often than not, we're going to feel like we're failing at something, and we're going to stop doing it altogether, and we're going to revert back. So my positive change starting today is to get up every morning at the same time, eat a good breakfast, and to make one of my videos. What's something positive that you feel you can change? Leave a comment. Message. It would be great to see a few comments on some of the positive changes that you have made or that you're going to make, be it your diet, be it going to the park instead of playing video games. I mean, there's so many things. Even as simple as the way you're thinking can be a positive change that you're making in your life. And when we do this, it gives us the tools to be able to better handle anything in our life that we might be grieving. If you are in a state of deep grief, it's not always easy to make changes. So I recommend doing something small, like every night write down a positive affirmation, or again, find that positive book that you can read so you're not laying in bed letting all those thoughts and your sadness and any despair you might be feeling getting a hold of you. So change, positive change, change that you're controlling, not change that's forced on you by life or others or job. Positive changes, steps that we can take, we can control within ourselves to try to give ourselves better tools and make us a little healthier and hopefully happier in our lives. So that's that. Happy Wednesday. I will be posting a video later tonight as well, because my positive change that's happened is I have a few new friends. Yay! And I get to go into DC today, hence the dolled upness a little bit, and hit some thrift stores. So change, meeting new people. And have a great afternoon. And I hope to see a couple comments from you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.